Next up, let's go ahead and talk about the bent over fly. Okay, so this one, right off the bat, I'm going to give you a way to remember the difference between this and the rows. So when we do a bent over fly, what I want you guys to think about is wingspan, right? So we're actually opening up the arms, essentially showing our wingspan. We're maintaining a slight bend at the elbow, but as opposed to the row that stays in close to the body and a lot of elbow bend, we're actually going to perform a bent over fly and show that wingspan. So here's what it's going to look like. It's going to involve first finding a quality hinge, just like the RDL, just like the bent over row. So we're going to kick the hips back stays flat. Notice that my knees are slightly bent. From here, I'm going to start with an active shoulder, so I want to think about shoulder blades backing down, and then I'm going to open up that wingspan nice and slow, lifting, not throwing. So squeeze, come back down under control. Squeeze, come back down under control. You'll notice that as I do that, I'm maintaining my torso position, right? The body position doesn't change. It's simply just my arms that are being isolated, right? So from the front, what it looks like, again, we hinge over. In an active shoulder blade positions, we pull back, and then we're thinking about opening, control, squeeze, control. One more, squeeze, control, right? When you do bent over flies, you're going to find out that you need to use much more moderate to light weight than when we do bent over rows. With that wingspan, things are going to feel a lot heavier out here than they do in here. So when you're doing this for the first time, use very light objects. It could be a bottle of water or light dumbbells, light kettlebells, something like that. But you can also just practice that movement without any sort of weight and think about just squeezing the shoulder blades together, coming back down under control, squeeze, come back down, and you're activating the same muscles you would if you're using weight, right? And it's a good way to kind of build in that motor pattern for quality movement when we do start to incorporate the weight. So that's going to be your bent over fly.